Good day, everybody. It's a guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at something very important. I want us to look at some beautiful trades that actually happened today, okay? And I'm gonna show you some beautiful trades that I took today. As you can see here, this is the Dow, okay? There was a pattern here. I'm gonna show you that pattern. I just want to show you something very important on the screen, okay? And this was the evidence candle that actually broke out of the pattern. I wait for the candle to close or else execute when there is roughly 2 seconds left or 1 second left, okay? Because I'm aware that most of the time they might close as a pin, and if you are trapped and they give you a pin, you're gonna get punished. So you don't want to be on the wrong side, okay? You want to make sure that this is an evidence candle, and an evidence candle is a candle that closes as a big candle, okay? So it's better to wait until there is roughly 2 seconds or 1 second, or just wait until the candle closes, okay? Which is why most of my trades are actually executed on the next candle. So I took 100 from here to here, and here's something important, okay? I realized that most people actually tend to stress a lot and worry when there was a big move that they were not part of. Guys, you see, this is a big move that I was not part of. I only took this. So this is to say that I only take something I understand, okay? I only take a trade whenever my setup is presented and it's something I understand, something I take each and every day. Hence why I'm telling you, trading is not supposed to be easy. It's just about having one setup and rinsing and repeating that setup, trading that same setup day in, day out, okay? You are gonna have losses here and there, as I showed you a loss in my yesterday's trade. From the video I posted earlier on, okay? So sometimes you'll have losses, but you are gonna be consistent over time, okay? So it's not about how much you can make in a day, it's about growing consistently, taking the same kind of trades day in, day out, okay? That's why all my videos are just a repetition of the same thing, okay? And then later I took gold. As you can see, this is a gold trade that I took. They broke out of the pattern, and this is a retest, and I took this one roughly, there was roughly 2 seconds left when I took this trade over here, okay? And it was on a 5-minute time frame, because this is a very big pattern, okay? It was on a 5-minute time frame because it's gold and it's a very big pattern. I only take others, things like gold, things like currencies, only when I have a very big pattern, okay? So you can see I took this one and it went actually 150 pips. So these are the two beautiful trades that I had today, and as I always say, it's about taking the same thing day in, day out. It's all about rinse and repeating, okay? It's all about rinse and repeating. Okay, so guys, let me show you. There's another picture here that I want to show you. This is how I look at my charts. I told you I'll be looking at these things at the same time because I want the easiest trade on the day, and we're gonna go through this, okay? So for me, what I do is I track the patterns. If you see here they close to the pin, if they do that again, I'm gonna adjust this line, okay, until I have a very clean pattern, okay? So I always try to see the pattern, because here again the pattern was like a triangle. I always adjust my patterns as they are building them up so that I can see. Even here you can see there's a touch here, and then I just ended up drawing a line here, okay? There's a touch here and a touch here. So this was before I took the trade, okay? This was before I took the trade, and the reason there are 3 compartments here is because I closed the gold one because I took it early, and once I take something, I put my stops, I put my take profit, and I have my entries there. Then I don't look at it, I just close it here because I don't want to disturb it. And one last thing which I think is important is you realize over here I have alerts. Whenever the pattern is building up, I just put my alerts here and I put my alerts here. You can see I put about 2 alerts, even here 2, and this one is highly correlated with Nasdaq. So when this one breaks, obviously Nasdaq is more likely going to break in the same direction, so I will hear it, okay? So it's 2 alarms, and I know they're going to ring roughly 3 times each, so I won't really miss it, okay, in case I get distracted. So guys, let's go to the charts, okay? Let's go to the charts. And the first one here is gold, okay? The first one here is gold. When you look at gold here, what actually happened is we had a very big pattern on an hourly time frame, okay? I told you I take currencies and gold only, and this is important. I take currencies and gold only if I have a very big pattern. So when you look at this one, you'll realize that on an hourly time frame, we had something beautiful, okay? Something beautiful like this, okay? 90% of my trades are actually indices, okay? So we had something beautiful, something like this, okay? This is on an hourly time frame, and then again, if you take it from the top, you'll realize that we had something beautiful like this, okay? So this was a triangle that happened on a very big time frame, okay? It happened on a very big time frame, okay? So yes, you can see, yes, I have the sessions on, but you can see it's a pattern: one touch, two touch down, three touch up, and three touch down. Okay, and again it went up before coming down here. So we have multiple touches here. So I saw it on an hourly time frame today before it broke out, and then I set my alerts. That's when I went to a 5 minute time frame. Okay, you saw that I have my drawings in. I came to a 5 minute time frame. Okay, yes, on a 5 minute time frame. Where did I take it? Yes. Sorry guys. Yes, I adjust. Okay, it was adjusted. Okay, yes, I adjusted like this. Okay, yes, and then they broke out first, and then they retested. So they had already broken out. The next candle I need is just a big candle, an engulfing candle, and as you can see, this candle engulfed this one. Okay, so that's where I took it. Wait a minute. No. Wait. Okay, I think I took it somewhere. Wait a minute. Yes. I think I took it somewhere. Was it somewhere here? Yes. Actually, yes, it's correct. I took it after the retest. Yes, I took it here, and I only took this candle when there was roughly 2 seconds left. Okay, so this is the pattern that I saw, and this is why I took it. There was actually a breakout, and it retested and gave me this big candle. Okay, so it's like if you look at the video I posted, I think it was the day before yesterday, you'll see this trade happened last week. Okay, it's a beautiful trade. So now we are done with this one. Okay, because I took it here, and my stops were 25 pips. So once I put it here and put my stops in, I just targeted 150. Okay, beside, this pattern is still too big. I'm not saying it's gonna go down, it might still continue going down, but I don't know. I just take what I have, okay? Because even if you put an expansion, at least we still have a lot of space. Besides, today is Friday. If it wasn't Friday, yes, I could have converted this one to a swing trade to at least this distance, okay? But unfortunately, today it's Friday. I don't want Monday opening up with a gap, because, you know, weekends, something can happen. There could be wars that break out somewhere, or whatever happens, okay? So you know that's going to have an impact on gold, and you don't want to have an open trade that opens with a gap, unless you are really a swing trader. Okay, so guys, this was the gold trade, and now I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back to this one, the Dow. Okay, so with the Dow, before the session begins, we want to see who is trapped. Okay, we want to see trap volume. Okay, this is with the Dow, and as you can see, they just started going up, and okay, they sent people down, and then they went up. However, the session is opening in the middle, so we can't tell if these guys above here are trapped or if these guys below are trapped. Okay, that's the first question we ask ourselves. The second question we ask ourselves is, do we have news? Okay, yes, if we have news, then we don't trade. And today we had news before the session, so that was okay. It wasn't gonna interfere with our sessions, right? Yes, it wasn't gonna interfere with our session. So another thing to ask yourself is, are we in any form of a trend? Okay, are we in any form of a trend? So mostly it's gonna be okay, you see it's one trend line, right? So we are not in any form of a trend. Okay, we are not in any form of a trend, because they came down and he bounced on this line. Okay, and guys, I have many videos about trends, because you don't want to be counter trending an explosive trend. It's very dangerous. Okay, so once we have identified that, we go to the session, and when we go to the session, now we want to see what a chart pattern, because the first criteria is who is trapped, the second criteria is wait for the equity opening time, the third criteria is identify a chart pattern. Why? Because we don't know if we're gonna buy, we don't even know if we're gonna sell, so we just want to see a chart pattern, because the chart pattern tells us what the insiders have been busy with. It tells us who is trapped. Okay, and then once we get a chart pattern, we want to see an evidence candle, which is the big candle that breaks out of the pattern, and that's where we enter and put our targets. And I told you, most of the days we target 50 pips, but again, the size of the pattern also tells us how much we should target on the day. Okay, so this is what I saw. Oh, when the session opened, by the way, we don't chase the first candle. Why? Because it's mostly going to be a stop hunt. I always say that. Okay, and it's going to be the biggest candle, because there's a lot of volume coming into the market at that time. So now we need a chart pattern, and I told you 90% of my trades are actually derived from triangles, asymmetrical. Could be symmetrical triangles, it could be right angle triangles, or else it could be inverted triangles. But I just love symmetrical and right angle triangles, okay? And 90% of my trades are from those patterns, okay? So let's look at what happened. They gave us something like this, okay? Okay, you can see they went up and they went down, okay? So they gave us something like a slope going down, okay? I told you I will actually be looking at this at the same time, and I will actually be trying to identify a chart pattern, okay? So what they literally gave me, you can see at first I got something like a triangle, okay? I got something like a triangle, but I told you they gave this pin and they gave another pin, okay? When it breaks out here, you will have to wait for the candle to close, because if you're gonna jump in just because it's a big candle, most of the time I said they're gonna close as a pin. That's why mostly you'll find that my trades are actually executed on the next candle, is because I wait for the candle, okay? I wait for the candle. And then what did they do? When they closed with this pin, I adjusted to the pin, because now I just want to be aware, okay? I adjusted to the pin, and what did they do? Again, they broke out. I told you, don't just jump in, wait for the candle to close, because if you're gonna enter blindly, they are mostly gonna close with a pin, mostly when there is roughly 10 seconds or 5 seconds left. That's why I prefer to enter when there's roughly 2 or 1 seconds left, but most of the time I just wait for the entire candle to close. And that's when they actually you see what they did now, okay? That's when they actually gave me this, okay? They came in bounced here, so I had a triangle, okay? I had a triangle, but because I had a level, this is what I did. Because I had a level, wait a minute, I'll show you. Because I had a level somewhere here, I took it like this, okay? Because there was multiple bounces on this level, okay? Yes, you see, now it accounts for this touch which came almost close, it accounts for this one, and again it accounts for this one, okay? So this is where they broke out, but this candle was wait a minute, yes, they broke out, and I took it on this next candle, okay? This is where I took it, and it just went down and down and down. It kept going down, okay? This is how I actually took this trade. That's why I showed you on the image, okay? This is how I took it. I took it on the break of this candle. I didn't take this candle because it was still full of doubts. I took this one, okay? I took this candle, and yes, this was it, okay? This was my trade, and I took roughly 100 pips. Yes, yeah, I took 100. Wait a minute, wait a minute. No, 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 no. I adjusted things like this. Yes, this is where I adjusted to account for this candle, because I need bodies, okay? And at this time, yes, this candle wasn't convincing. Yes, I took it on this candle over here, because this was the big candle that broke out, and I put roughly 25 pips, and my 25 was here. So if you can see, my trade was actually executed on this one. Yes, I adjusted for this candle over here, and my trade was actually here on this big breakout candle, and it hit my 100 pips somewhere here, okay? Yes, it hit my 100 pips somewhere here, which was very good, because it was in less than an hour and I got paid. And then, as I said again, guys, they gave something beautiful later. They gave a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, but when you look at it, you'll see that we didn't have a proper candle, okay? This broker closed a little bit early, because prices are actually somewhere here right now. Yes, prices have hit here by now as I'm recording, okay? They just gave big candles and they've hit that high level now, okay? So you can see, yes, we got a shoulder, head, shoulder, but we didn't get that big evidence candle, okay, all the way up until it went up. But we only got that big candle on US30, okay? If you look at US30, yes, they gave a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and this is the one that actually broke out with that big beautiful candle, okay? You see, unfortunately, you know, S&P, you have to have roughly 35 pip stop, so that's why I don't really prefer it, because 25 pips is so small. One candle is so volatile, but this one pays you very well and very quick, okay? Very well and very quick, and you're gonna get more pips on this one. So if on others I'm targeting 100 pips, on this one I'll be targeting 200 or roughly 150. So you can see it went for 100 pips. So it's all about comparing and taking the easiest one. That's what I tell you guys. That's why I showed you my picture, where I actually look at them at the same time. The ultimate goal is not to be smart, but the goal is just to actually be able to to take the easiest one on the day. Okay, so that's the most important thing, because if you look at the Dow didn't give us the Dow didn't give us this evidence candle. That's why I was showing you that you have to compare and take the easiest one for yourself. You see, it broke out, but we didn't get the evidence candle. I know prices are here by now, okay, because they went all the way back up. It's Friday, by the way. Okay, guys, so when we look at the Nasdaq, I think this video is way too long, but with the Nasdaq again, they gave a beautiful pattern, but for me, I couldn't take it because the evidence candle was crazy. It was roughly I think it was 60 pips if I'm not mistaken. Okay, they did give a beautiful pattern. You can see it's just a triangle. How you draw it is up on you, but that when you get the pattern, one thing that's going to help you is the evidence candle. Okay, guys, the evidence candle has to stand out. You see, this was a beautiful evidence candle, but it was already more than 50 pips. Okay, so if it's 50 pips, you're not gonna have 50 pips stop. Imagine if this was just a rare track and then next moment they are back, so it means you lost 50 pips. Yesterday you made 50 pips, today you lost it all. I don't usually want to lose all the gains of yesterday on one day. Okay, so yes, yesterday I took 100 pips, even though I lost roughly 25 pips on the first trade. The second one was 100 pips. Today I got roughly 250 pips. So you can see, guys, this is crazy, and it's the same strategy. When I wake up on Monday, I'm gonna be taking the very same thing. So it's all about understanding this thing, rinse and repeating. Once the session starts, you need a chart pattern. 90% of mine are triangles. Okay, you just have to be patient, guys. And let me show you something interesting. This is something I forgot to show you in yesterday's video as well, because yesterday I showed you something. I'll start from yesterday and all the way to today. Okay, because I think it's important. Yesterday I told you I lost 2 trades yesterday. Okay, I lost 1 trade and I won 1. I lost 25 pips and made 100 pips. Okay, because I have 2 trades every day. Okay, sometimes I actually take 1, but I give myself at least 2 every day. So I told you this was a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, and then they gave an evidence candle. Look at the time. Look at the times down here. The time, guys, the time. Pay close attention to the time. If you get confused, the evidence candle will help you because it's the big candle that breaks out of the pattern. But another important thing that's going to help you is the time. You see, it's saying 1400. This broke us behind in 2 hours. So if it's saying 14, this was roughly 16, right? Yes, it was roughly 10 a.m. US time and 4 p.m. South African time. You see, the time was so perfect for this candle. The only reason I didn't take this candle was because it was 50 pips in stop. Okay, and then again, look at the patterns. Yesterday I told you they gave me a wedge, of which I lost. Yes, I lost this trade yesterday. Okay, I just want to show you something I missed, and I felt bad for not showing you this yesterday. You see, this was a big evidence candle that broke out. Okay, look at the time. The time is 14:56. It's within our time. I told you 10 minutes before o'clock mark to 10 minutes after the o'clock mark, or 10 minutes before the half-hour mark, or 10 minutes after the half-hour mark. Look at the times. They were perfect. Then later I told you that, okay, I saw them building up another important pattern, which was the same kind of pattern, which was a wedge. Go and look at the video I posted earlier on today. You'll see all of these things. Okay, because yesterday I took my trade here. Okay, this was the one I lost, and I took this one and it gave me 100 pips straight, quite quick. It came here and gave me 100 pip. I showed you the trade in the video that I posted early. If you didn't see, just go to the video I posted early and you will actually see the trade that I took. It's the same thing every day. You see, I took 100 yesterday. And guys, I'm enjoying this kind of trades. People can complain or say whatever they want, but guys, remember, this is simplicity. Every time I come to my screen, I'm looking for this. I'm able to be patient because I know exactly what I'm looking for. So you can see this is a wedge with 3 touches on either side. Okay, it's a wedge, but it's a wedge is close to a triangle anyway. It's just that with a wedge they can come all the way to the extreme, but with a triangle we don't want them to come to the extreme. Okay, we want them to break out before the extreme, because if they come all the way to the extreme on a wedge, it simply means they're more likely not gonna deliver what you're anticipating. Okay, so look at the time for this trade, guys. Look at the time. I took this candle here, it was 53. It falls within our times. Okay, now let's go to today. let's go to today. Okay, let's go to today. Let's go to today. Sorry. This is the trade that I took today. I showed you. Look at the times. This is 20 past 15:20. I told you 10 minutes before the half hour mark, or 10 minutes up to 20. It's actually 10 minutes before the half hour mark, all the way to 10 minutes after the half hour mark, or 10 minutes before the o'clock mark, which is 50, all the way to 10 minutes after the clock mark, which is 10 past. This is 20 past. It's 10 minutes before the half hour mark. You see, boom, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay, beautiful trade. And the one I took on where is it? The one I took on gold, what time was it? Let me check. Because guys, if you are getting confused, let times speak for you. Okay, but this one I took it on a 5-minute time. On a 5-minute, you see it's 20, same times, okay, 20. So all my trades are actually at the same time. Let's look at this one now. Okay, let's look at this one now. Let's look at the time at which they gave this evidence candle. 25, 10 minutes before the half hour mark. So guys, if you are doubting, let times speak for you. Okay, let the time speak for you. Let the times speak for you. And then again, even here before, there was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pattern, a beautiful pattern. It's just that unfortunately for me, the evidence candle was a little bit crazy. And by the way, this is S&P. So guys, I saw all these things. I saw all these things happening, but this evidence candle was too big for me to take, because I'm willing to take up to 25 pips, and this one was 70. Okay, but look at the time. Look at the time. What time did this break out? 57. Why do they always break out at these times with big candles? So I've heard a lot of you complaining, saying this is so hard, you don't understand this. But honestly guys, to be honest with you, the time is so important. Even on the playbook, which is in the description, I actually summarized this whole set of strategy. Okay, I told you about the importance of time. It happens at the same time almost every day. Okay, even if you look at Nasdaq, look at the time. Look at the time. Look at the time. You see, the times are important. 14:57. Okay, 14:57. And you see, this candle was so big, they retraced. Okay, and then they fell with a big candle. But this time was not good here. But look at this time. Look at this time. So perfect. You see, all these things happen almost at the same time, and you'd be surprised. They might be giving you different patterns, but the breakouts always happen at the same time. So guys, you have all the odds lined up in your favor, because you have time, you have the pattern, you have the evidence candle. Guys, all these things will actually help you and work for you. Just be patient, because sometimes, honestly, I just look aside up until it's this time, and you all know what I usually do. I'll put these lines here at the o'clock mark and at the half hour mark, because I know that whenever they come closer, it's almost 10 minutes to this line and 10 minutes after this line. So this is how I usually put my lines when I'm trading. You have seen that in my recent videos. So guys, as I always say, find a strategy that you understand. Find a strategy that is not easy, that is actually easy for you. It's not about making it hard, trying to seem like, trying to think or be like a mathematicians. Okay, I know when people talk about trading, it's always about, hey, you have to understand maths, hey, you have to understand this and that and that. It's not about it being complicated. Okay, I know some people want to be seen as problem solvers just because they're traders. Guys, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be the easiest and flawless thing you do. With this strategy, you only trade roughly 2 hours or 3 hours the whole day, because you're doing nothing throughout the day. For me, honestly, I do nothing throughout the day. I only come during the session. Here, at least, it's a little bit later because it's at 15:30 p.m. Okay, so the whole day belongs to myself. I do whatever I want. If I want to go out, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to come during the session, okay, which is what I do every day. You have that luxury, okay, you have that luxury for yourself. And then when you come to your charts, you know exactly what you are looking for, okay, you know the times at which you are expecting something. I don't know I don't know, guys. I don't know how to simplify this thing more, but I'm always trying to come with different ways to simplify things. That's why I said most of my patterns I want 3 touches above and 3 touches below, because I'm trying to simplify things for you. But guys, honestly, if you don't backtest, in my description I have free tools that you can use to backtest, like FX Blue Simulator. You just download it, you backtest, guys. Until you backtest maybe 10 years of data, you're not gonna understand this. You have to understand it as you understand your mobile device. If you go and buy a new device you have never used, you might just need to practice it. The more time you spend on your mobile device or your phone, tracking it, that's when you're gonna understand it, and boom, next week you know everything about your phone. That's how trading is supposed to work. Get a simulator, download data from Dukas Copy. Okay, Dukas Copy gives you data from many years, okay, back. If you can backtest 10 years of data, it's free on Dukas Copy. Even FX Blue Simulator, it's free. If you can backtest roughly 10 years of data, you're gonna get that confidence you need. You're gonna get that experience you need. And this thing is gonna be flawless and so easy for you, okay? So that's all it's about. Make it easy and flawless for yourself. Whenever you come to your screen, you need to know what you are looking for, and then just execute everything that you know. Okay, just because there was a big move happening later, I didn't take it. That's what I'm telling you now. The prices are almost here. They are high. I think yes, they are almost here. They just gave a big candle a few hours ago. And when you backtest, you get to see things. I told you I don't trade late usually, but in yesterday's video I showed you trades that I took late. Even in the video that I posted before, the one I posted yesterday, I showed you the ones that I took late. You know why? Because I'm always on my charts backtesting. Sometimes they will start moving prices late, and sometimes they'll come back and not move them late. You need to be able to see that, oh, this time around this is when they move prices, because I know 7 p.m. here in South Africa sometimes they are moving prices, and that's something they love doing these days. Okay, but it's gonna disappear. It's not something that's gonna always be there, but the patterns and the setup is always gonna be there. So guys, please go and backtest. You can't understand everything by just watching a video. Okay, please go and backtest and put in the work, and then you'll see, you'll get to understand all these things as you are supposed to actually understand them. And guys, I really appreciate you. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. I love you all.